what's up, everybody? We got a special episode tonight. It's me, Chaufie, here on Cadillac on Mars. And I feel really honored, feel really blessed today. I've been going through the Bruiser Brigade, and I've had Chaufie on, I've had Skywalker on. And today I get to spend time with Bruiser Wolf, who has had my favorite album of the year so far. I mean, there's been some great stuff that's come through, but this one is like, it's amazing. So to sit and get a chance to talk to you today is like a real super big highlight for me because, man, this album is blowing me away, dude. So I thank you for like coming on today and sitting with me.
Oh, man, it's an honor, man. You like family to the Bruiser, Rafi, Skywalker, man. We really appreciate you. And, I like kicking it, man, and I appreciate the love, man.
Yeah, I told him, I said, I'm trying to start a new chapter out of here. I'm trying to bring Bruiser West, like, come on, patch me in.
Let's go.
Where's the leather cuts? Let's make it happen.
Bruiser West, I'm down. I'm with it. I'm out that way.
Hey, I'm saying, let's just go there first. I know you guys do the Bruiser Thanksgiving. You got to do like Bruiser Spring Break out here or something.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Man, you guys be wilding out here, tank tops, toes out, what?
You know what? I got to get to Cali, man. There's so much love out there. We so connected, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
I can't wait to get out there, man.
Yeah, no. It's going to be, when you guys, like, I'm glad that touring is starting to happen and like shows are starting to go. So I know at some point down the road, you'll eventually get out here for sure. And, I'll be right in the front. I'm just saying too, you need a hype man. I got you.
I'm calling you.
I mean, hey, if I'm not there for the hype man, I got you for Mexican food. We'll make it happen, either one.
Yeah, I want some good quesadillas, dog.
Yeah, we're going beyond quesadillas.
Steak and chicken.
You gotta do the shrimps. Gotta get the margaritas. I'm talking.
Let's do it. Let's get it.
Hey, but let's. I totally missed the stream, but let's talk about this Pitchfork, man. Like, you hit a big stage this weekend. How was that?
Man, that was one of the best feelings I had as an artist. The crowd, it was over 50,000. It's just the energy. It kind of took me back to playing ball again. When I hit the stage, it just felt like I was coming to the line of scrimmage or something. It just, the energy, the people, the way they perceive us, they love Danny, man. Mm-hmm. Danny really laid it out. It was so easy to go in there and just do my thing. And they really took me, you know what I'm saying? They sung the song. Man, it was beautiful, man. For real.
Like, how does that feel when you hit a stage like that? And even to this magnitude, where like people are giving your lyrics back to you. What's that feel like?
You know what? When you're a rapper and you a musician or whatever, I know how it was for me because that was my first big show. But I just felt like I was testing myself to see, damn, is this really for me? Mm. Is this really my time? And when I got on there, it felt so natural. And we don't do our sets on top of lyrics. We do shit live. Our voice, everything. We don't use the recordings at all. So I was testing myself to see if I sound like the album and a bigger crowd to hear it. Like so much shit went through my mind. And at that point, I knew that I was made for this shit because all of that was on my mind and making sure I was saying the words. And it was just so natural. I didn't even rehearse, bro. I usually like to rehearse because it's like, to me, it's like going to play a damn game and you didn't practice. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know the songs so well and hot, but I didn't rehearse. I just went and it was off a vibe. It's so easy, man, working with Danny. Danny, a showman, man. He had the crowd mesmerized. So
yeah,
it was easy to tap in like that.
And I gotta say, huge shout out to Danny Brown because, like, this year for Bruiser Brigade has been phenomenal, man. It's just been like every album that's come out has really been amazing. You got Zaloopers hitting it out here. You got Fat Ray, JUS. Like Ahmad the God, like you guys got it's hits after hits after hits after hits where I'm just like, you guys don't miss. And it's not even like one album is soft or one album goes harder. They're all like in different directions. It's almost like you guys are the fucking like Power Rangers or like Voltron or rap right now. Like, cause it's just, they're different and unique, but come together where it's like, yeah, this makes sense, you know? And so it's just like all these styles and then to have someone who I get the impression just as an outsider that like Danny is hyped for you guys and really wants you to shine, as opposed to like, yeah, you guys can shine, but not brighter than me. You know, that vibe doesn't come through.
He having so much fun with what he doing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't did everything that they said he couldn't do, and he did it. And you know, now he's doing it with us. And he be like after the Pitchfork concert, you know, the show, when he got off stage, he came to me and he hugged me so tight, like they fucking love you. You know what I'm saying? It's just for him, for him to come off his stage, you know what I'm saying, and say that to me, that meant a lot. And I always want to impress him and shit, but he want us all to win. He having so much fun doing what he doing. It's like he putting pieces together. He doing things that we didn't understand. He was telling us, and you know, we all didn't understand, but he, you know, forming together and his vision, and we all locked and loaded, man. We all in our lanes, and we all, you know.
And to kind of take it back to like the analogy you were using before, it's like, so he's more like the coach, you know. If you win, he wins. Like everyone wins, but you got to share in those successes too, and say like, hey, it's going to feel like this, it's going to look like that, but in the end, what does the coach do? Hugs everybody up. We did it. We made it. You know, so that's amazing. Yeah, and all the like Instagram clips and things that I've seen along the way, I was like super bummed I missed like the live stream. I was like, oh man, I would have been turning up in the living room so hard.
I know, I'm trying to see the live stream. I'm wondering if we can like hope somebody like record it or I could see it again, because I've been getting a lot of feedback, a lot of love, you know, from people I don't even know, you know.
Yeah.
They just, yeah, man, for real.
Now let's spend a little time like talking about the album though, like in general. Like, okay, so I first heard you on Fat Ray's album, and I was like, whoa, like who the fuck is this? And shout out to Fat Ray too, because that album is amazing. That album goes hard. It's awesome. And then hearing you come with this like very different style, I was like, oh, whoa, hold on. Like, what is this over here? And then I think I tweeted it, but also DM'd Skylar, and I was like, hey, you gotta tell me like who this guy is over here. Like, what's going on? You know, and he was like, just wait. And I was like, fuck, this is like amazing. But what made you get to the point where you were like, fuck it, let's make an album. Like, let's make this, I'm committed. Like, how did that come about?
Well, you know, when I first met Ray, I'm going to take you back to it. I met Ray, we was at a showcase. I always had respect for Ray. It's my man's, you know what I'm saying? But I finally was able to meet him. We was at a showcase, and he just like, man, we got to work. Me and him both were like, let's work. We sipping on some 1738. He like, yeah, the next 2 days, he like, man, come to the studio. Like, you know, woo. I get there, we do Old Faithful, right? I said, you owe me a favor. Nigga, you gotta do dog food for me. So we did dog food. So now at this point, we got both of these lined up before Thanksgiving, Bruiser Thanksgiving. So we wind up calling me like, you want to do Bruiser Thanksgiving? We're going to do Old Faithful. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Yeah. So we do Old Faithful. I wind up rocking it without fucking doing a sound check. So worried about that. And met Danny Brown right after that. Because Danny had heard our shit when everybody was feeling it, you know. So he's like, man, what's up? What you trying to do? You know, like, let's do this. Like, let's put some shit out. Like, I told him what I wanted to do, man, and we was 100 with each other. We've been rocking ever since. And started coming to the house, and we really didn't know if we really was making an album. I just know that I was coming around the guys, like a set in the guys, and I'm like, wow, these guys tight. And, you know, wind up recording. We at any snap of a finger, we'd go upstairs and record, you know. Yeah. So that's how I started. He like, man, we about to do an album, you know what I'm saying? So he gave me the recipe to do the album. You know, we did 30 to 40 songs or whatever.
Whew, damn.
Gave it to the genius, man, the doctor, and he delivered the baby. You know, he got his vision, and that's how we went with it, though. That's how it started, took us like 7 months to make it.
Yeah. Did you already have like full songs fleshed out, like in the chamber, ready to roll, or were you like writing in process, like real time? Like, how does that work for you?
Well, you know, getting with Raffi, the new sound and shit, like I wasn't feeling, all of us wasn't feeling it. Like,
Okay, now time out
you know,
real quick.
that's what made Brown and them a genius for this shit, because
Yeah.
we're like, what?
Yeah.
We want to rap over that shit, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
No, because fucking Raffi said to me when I interviewed him, he goes, "Hey, they all said to me, your shit is unrappable. I can't do this."
They gonna hear my voice on this shit and gonna be like, what
Right.
the fuck? And then I just found my way with it. It made me somewhat take the melodies of certain bits. It just, man, it's really like getting your damn black belt to rap over them shits after transforming from that. You should have just seen what my God just had to do. He a bad motherfucker too. The way he did his shit, it took him. You know, he worked so hard to drop that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go get that Noah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pick it up. Like, and especially pick those up on Fridays from Bandcamp, because that money goes to the artist.
Talk to him, Sean.
I'm telling you, hey, that I'll buy it, but I will buy it on Fridays. That's when you get the money. They don't get a slice. But because I mean, honestly, and this is why I like talking to, like, in a sense, independent artists, because it's like, that I like music at its rawest form. I like music when it's like it's still from the heart and not from like trying to get on the major pop stations or anything like that, where it's just like, hey, like you're hearing something real, you know? And so that's like, for me, I'm just like, yeah, I love it. And then taking it back to like, I do think it's an accomplishment. I do think it's a feat to be able to like go over these Raffi beats, because they're different. They're different.
Yeah.
Like the time signatures are weird. The samples are like way different, but he takes me back to like old school. I'm old as shit, man. I'm like 45 out here. So I'm just so I've seen the arc of hip hop, you know?
Like, I was so shocked. Like, what the hell with like Fat Ray, all of us, you know what I mean? Now I don't like rapping without him. It makes me, it brings a character out of me. It brings, you know, it's easy to do a structured song on that, you know, but that's why I was trying to be different and come left field with it too. But
yeah,
it was that process was so special, man, because once I got the groove of it, it's just like, damn, man, I feel like I could do anything on them shits now. At first, I didn't even like, what the fuck, Raffi, man.
That's what do they say? Like, was it steel sharpens steel type of thing? Yeah. You know?
That's exactly what it is. It bring a different, them beats bring a different animal out of your artistry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. You're not following like the simple, like, all right, this is like that heavy boom bap nonstop 4/4. It just goes. You kind of very simple to ride the beat. Like, I listen to some of these, and when I listen to like all these runs that have come out, when I hear his beats, I'm like, man, how did you find the way to write it? Like, even to tap along is hard.
You know, I just like, okay, Raffi come up under Skywalker, Black Noise, you know, them guys dangerous. I'm just getting off into them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got him on that, you know, he just do his thing. But as far as the writing part of it, the beats, the sounds of it make me say certain shit. Like, I'm trying to think of one song that Use Me, okay? It just make me say that. Like, it's like it go perfect with the damn melody he dropping. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it just made me do that. Like, and I came in the house one day. That was like the first song I did. When I came in the house, Ron was there. And I just, everybody, you know, doing anything, lounging and chilling. I'm just going into conniptions and shit. Just having my way with the song, like, because it was making me say that, you know what I mean?
Because you got to let it like consume you. It's like an inside out type of thing.
Yeah, like they just like, and I was looking at it like when I came in the house, I was just thinking like the first time I met Danny Brown, I was like, this guy's, you know, wealthy, did his thing, and, you know, just looking at the vibe, everything, and I'm like, damn. I remember having a little money. I wanted to do people like use me. That's what sparked me. Like, I'm like, people probably be using the shit out of trying to use them, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn. And I start thinking of the word use me, and I'm like, damn, dope. We using dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, damn, you could be a dope person. You know what I'm saying? And people will use you, and it just went there with it, and I'm just like, damn, I'm dope. It just, man, that beat brought so much out of me, and it made me go back in and to really look at what I was even talking about. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, damn.
And that song's got like an ill groove too, like
that's what I'm
it's like
saying.
a funk vibe to it.
And I didn't give a shit. Like when I was doing it, I'm like, at that point, I stopped caring about like how the streets were perspective or how it doesn't sound like no trap music, it's some different shit.
Right.
It's before I even learned the lane, before I even learned really the hip hop. I just came with some guys that know that I had bars and love my music and found the way to make it work for us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still learning right now, Chaufie. I'm still be around guys. I was around Hannibal Buress the other day and didn't know who the hell he was at first.
I saw that picture. I was like,
damn. Watched one of his shits and everything. Dart introduced me to him, like, yeah, man, you should have seen the show. Like, man, I missed your show, dog. I just got here in Chicago. And he looked at me, he's like, is she gonna fuck for the 40 or do she want a lot? I just
damn.
I still didn't know who, but it's a lot of real people out here. Like, and Danny, like one of the coolest cats in the industry. So man, everybody love us, like got love for us,
Yeah.
So it's just, man, I'm just learning everything right now and just being genuine as I can, I have respect for everybody.
Yeah, and just soak it up, like really genuinely live in the moment. I mean, because it's like this is like one. We're sort of seeing a little bit of light, into like the world kind of opening up again, and to be able to like shine in this time as well is like, it's a beautiful thing. You get these opportunities. I know you did the show in Atlanta recently. You got Pitchfork happening. Like, I'm sure you're probably getting some management going and like starting to calendar some dates. And it's like, this is going to be awesome to like get out there into the world and start putting faces to the people tweeting you or the people tagging you on Instagram, where it's just like, oh shit, that's you. Or like, I do have people out in Arizona and, Colorado, California, you know what I mean? Like you're reaching across the states, but it's like, to me, good music's good music and you're going to get your following,? And so it's just like, it's a beautiful thing.
Man, it's great, man. It's like, man, you know what was so amazing to me? Like the way, I just want to give Pitchfork a shout out to all the safety precautions they had, because I wouldn't ever had an opportunity to perform if it, if the COVID and everything, the restrictions just didn't allow it. But made a way, man. And I seen how they did it, and it was, everybody had a test or had vaccination cards or test between 24 hours, temperatures check. You wasn't getting there. You wasn't.
So they weren't doing no free for alls. They're like, you gotta.
You guys in the system. You gotta be checked. You got to have masks too. So big ups to Pitchfork for, continuing the tradition. And, I was blessed to have opportunity to even perform, man, but man, just touring and getting dates, man, everything is picking up. I get to go on a tour with Arm & Hammer starting the beginning of October, for a few dates, you know what I'm saying?
That's the Alchemist tour, right?
Yeah, so I'm jumping on that for a couple of dates. Shout out to them.
That's gonna be awesome.
We got the Bruiser Thanksgiving coming up. However, they doing that. We got a lot of more things popping right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got to make it out to one of those Bruiser Thanksgivings though, because those are always like the illest. I even think to myself, I'm like, can I just fly out for a night? Just boom, boom.
We gonna get it in. They love you, man. You gotta come, man. We do a damn live setup podcast, right?
Oh shit!
Backstage.
Oh man, I wouldn't survive. You guys would kill me. You turn up too hard. I'll be like Fred Sanford. I'm coming.
Bring Chaufie down. Now let's go. But man, everything going up for us, and we working hard for it. And we continue. Keep our chin down, stay humble, and keep grinding, man.
Yeah. Now, kind of going back to like we were talking about, like Use Me and how that lyrical play goes. Like that's something that is like extremely fascinating to me. Is that your lyrics got a lot of layers. Like you could take it face value and just be like, oh yeah, he's he's just rhyming some shit, or like that was clever or whatever, you know. But like this, like I want to throw some of my favorite lines from your albums at you and kind of pick your brain on them. When you said rapper B and rapper A sound alike, like the letter C and K, like that line is, it blows my mind. And you can tell me if I'm way off base, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking. You tell me if I'm wrong or right. Like the fact that it goes B before A, it's like they're interchangeable. Don't fucking matter which way these guys go. They just,
Exactly.
that's how they fall. And then when it's like, and even if you put the B before the A, it don't matter. They sound exactly alike, like that C and K. And so it was just like, damn, like that line, that structure was just like, you said a lot with so little, you know? And I find a lot of these lines on there. Like, is that your intent for like when you're writing, or even this line in particular?
That line in particular, I mean, you blow my mind for you to say B and A, you know what I mean? They're not, you know, it don't matter which way I say it, but I said it that way to rhyme it up with C and K. You know what I'm saying? Like rapper B, rapper A got the same sound, like the letter C and letter K.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I was saying that, it was like, if you're gonna look at me weird for having a different voice, well, okay, go enjoy the same shit you've been here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody sound the same, you know. And I was trying to let them know, you know, if you do the probability of it, majority of rappers are going to sound the same because they think trending shit is the way to go instead of dig deep in themselves and be who they is. Yeah. And I'm thankful again for Raffy beats, because I could have been doing the same trap shit trying to be the illest, even though I was sounding different trap beats, but I was sounding the same. And
because it's like, and no shade to these guys, because I love them and I bump them hard too. But it's like, do you want to be the same T Grizzly or Sada Baby?
Yeah.
They're great at what they do. And let me tell you, they go hard on some shit. Like, it's good.
It only can be one T Grizzly. It only can be one Sada Baby, you know?
Exactly.
And it's a lot of guys that they emulate and try to be like, you know, think that's the way to go. Like, you know, everybody think they can rap. Everybody think they can get up and go play with the fucking Lakers. You're crazy. You can't get up off the couch and think you about to go ball for the Lakers.
No, zero.
You know, this shit in Little League, everybody don't get a participation trophy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because when you get around like true athletes, true artists, anyone who's like true in their craft, you really get a reality check. Like, oh shit, I'm either in my league or I'm out of my league. And there's no in between. Like you're in it or you're not. And so like, you know, being in California, you get those experiences where like you see actors, you see musicians. I've had small opportunities to get to like be in studios. And when I see musicians create albums, I'm like, oh shit, like you're on another level. We don't function the same, you know?
Right. We can make party music all day or whatever, but it's like I got to the point where I had no choice but to be myself and be different. It's the only thing that made sense to me. Like, you know, like the whole way of you being the real nigga, the real street. I did time, you know, or like glamorizing a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Everybody saying the same. It was like we was all selling the same work on the same block, man.
Yeah.
To the same people. And you just trying your best to be the best way of that description, which is some bullshit, you know. And I just was like, dope game stupid, you know, like, you know, it's funny. It's funny that we even think like that, you know what I'm saying? It's funny that you think you gotta be the realest nigga or whatever the fuck, and you on here telling on yourself, you know. It's just a lot of bullshit that
and that's real true too. Why are you always snitching on yourself? Why are people doing that?
What are we doing right now? Like, oh, you the realest though. You know what I'm saying? I'm the realest. Fuck that. Everybody is fighting to be the realest street nigga or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know? And it ain't, and it's silly to me, you know, and it's funny because nobody wants to lose their life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm quite sure nobody really wants to take a life. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be in jail their whole life. There's nothing to brag about that shit. Missing out on your children's growth, you know. Like, it's so much shit you could say positive about certain shit. to take you certain places, to be different. Then all of us sound the same. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
About same shit. I hope you liked it. I hope I look like I'm the realest out here doing it. I hope I'm it's so fucking stupid, man. Like,
yeah, it's a persona, it's fashion. And so like,
yeah,
and I'm glad you like kind of point that out too, because it ties into like the culture as well, you know, where it's just like you said, like who wants to take a life or lose a life, or like when you just want to be young and hard on the block. Like when you're young, that shit is like romantic as hell. Like you're just like, I want to do this, until you get a little more seasoned, a little more senior. And it's like I've mentioned this like in the past, like one of my lifelong quotes that I have stuck with like forever is, you ever seen the movie Colors?
Yeah, I love Colors.
Okay. When the old cop told the young cop, he's like, I'm gonna tell you a story about this bull and his son. He said, we go down there, we can run down, we can fuck one of those cows, or we can walk down and we can fuck them all. And it was just like, yeah, like you're young, you have this energy. When you don't realize, slow down, soak it up, like enjoy your environment, because like when you take the time to kind of like enjoy the people around you, enjoy the environment it's way better than the one moment where it's just like, remember that crazy shit where you almost died and we almost crashed? That's just a blip, you know?
Yeah, don't
yeah. But let's get back into these lyrics too. In Chess Moves, this one floors me because it's just, I don't know, it's like a cultural thing too, where it says, you said, I treat my dogs better than white people do theirs. I was like, damn, that's too real. That's too real. It took me down, man. I was like, number one, white people love their dogs more than they love people. So,
so then jail fucking with their dogs, man. You know?
Right. But then the fact that you said you treat your dogs better than they do theirs, I was like, damn, that means you're a real one. Like that means like you are down for your people, you know. And like, so again, it's that flip, it's that lyrical twist where it's like, it's easy to take it for service and be like, man, this motherfucker's joking over here. But then the flip side is like, but you're also making a comment on yourself of like I said, you are down for yours, you take care of yours, type of thing. And I was like, fuck, that's like, again, it's cool, it's surface and it's deep, like at the same time.
Yes, it was. You know what's funny? I got that line kind of like when I was preparing dog food. I was thinking about all my dog metaphors and shit. And I was like, damn, I probably should. I'm like, damn, that's real. Because I take pride on being loyal to my friends. You know what I'm saying? I take pride on, I give my friends my last if I have to, if they need, you know. And that's just what it is. I want everybody to win and my dogs. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of like took that to that. You know what I mean? And it's just perfect to start off, and then you know, it's just most of our audience, you know what I'm saying, most of the people that love my music is, you know what I'm saying, white people. And I love white people. Yeah, it's a blessing because they the ones that I used to be in Detroit, and I go do a show, and I'm in front of a whole show, and everybody just, you know, like this, and at the end of the show, man, you rock that shit. I'm like, why the fuck I didn't hear you cheering?
Right.
You know I didn't hear you cheer. You know what I'm saying? I got shows now, and dominantly white. There's a lot of people. It's all kind of cultures, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They singing it, they supporting it. They hit me up in my DMs. You know what I'm saying? They support my merchandise. Just everybody, you know. But you know, not to do. That's just what it is, man. I'm so proud of that. My music can touch different races and they all say the same thing. That shit bigger than anything.
Yeah.
You know
and I think that's definitely like a Bruiser Brigade piece too, and a Danny Brown piece. Is like his shows are very universal. Like I've been to a lot of his shows and it's never the same crowd and it's never the same like group of people. It's always a constant mix. I've been to some shows where it's like it's a predominantly Asian crowd, or it's like it's a lot of white. Like it's mixed, you know. I'm just like, damn, like
that's so beautiful, bro. Like it's so amazing to me. I get tweets from Russia. I have to translate DMs.
You're like, what is this?
Africa, man. I'm like, what? Poland? What the hell? What? Like just, and they really love it. You know what I'm saying? that means so much to me. The demographic thing about it, like I work so hard to try to, and you see, that's what I was just saying. We all try to sound the same. I'm trying to fit in in the city, in the street music,
Yeah.
Fuck that, man. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Make music for the world.
Because it's easy to rock the block.
Yeah.
Harder to rock the globe.
Yeah, for real, man. They doing the same shit, saying the same shit. So I just want to, affect the world, and that's all I wanted to be. I always want to just be timeless with my shit, Chop. I just want to be a timeless artist and someone who's known for you're not going against the grain, but just being himself and I challenge myself to do this shit. Fuck fitting in, you know what I'm saying?
And then 2 more lines. The other one was you stamp your mail. I'm a mail who's stamped. And then I forgot the last part that goes on there. But
I'm good everywhere I'm at.
I'm good everywhere I'm at. Yes. So 2 comments on that. One, it hits me with that Jay-Z Beyonce, I'm good on any MLK Boulevard, where I'm just like, yeah, like if you got the cred, you got the balance, you got the sort of persona to be able to travel in places, like it's good to have that passport to be on any block, wherever you are, you're good to go. But then it took me to, is it, and again, I'm probably reading in, but is it a political statement too? Like, is it an Ibram X. Kendi response? Who wrote the book, Stamped from the Beginning? Because it was just like, damn, this again, it's got layers, it's got elements to it. Where I was like, this fucking guy is doing things over here.
Well, you know what? And that's just off something I feel. And that's funny that you can use that source to compare it. But yeah, in all essence, the shit I seen, the shit I've been through, like I can go. Then this is how I feel about anybody from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Unless you, a sucker or something. But anybody from Detroit can go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And as long as you give respect, you're gonna get it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't be a fool either. I can't be having some super pop star status type shit and think I'm about to go to the BP and give me some backwoods. Right. That. But I can go be around any individual, anybody, a gangster, killer, the softest people, whoever. You know what I'm saying? I believe the Detroit person can go anywhere and make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel.
And I can
look at it with Danny be walking up the street. People looking at him and saying, "Hi, walk up." Yeah, he take a picture, be cool as hell. It ain't nothing. It's just our persona. It's nothing fair. We fearless a little bit.
And it's something I can agree with because the people I have met from Detroit in particular have always been very easy to connect with. But I also think it's I wonder, is it an environmental thing too? Like you're raw, you're connected, you have to be real. Like we were talking just as starting this where you're like, yeah, we're having thunderstorms and I'm like, oh yeah, you guys got elements. I don't have those out in California. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, the sky was blue. What do you mean?
I just think, growing up in Detroit is so much bullshit. It's the stats for us to make it out as we just want to be cool. We don't. The last thing we trying to do is bust your motherfucking head and because if you take us there, we going you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we just try to. Everybody just want to be respected and give respect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's still fools out here and everywhere, but I think that's what it is about Detroit. And we just lay back and we just want to be cool. Shit, we just want to make some money and do
have a good time.
Nobody want nobody trying to for that bullshit.
Right. Now the last line. And like I said, these are some ones that just really stood out to me. This one fucked me up. I had to Google it. I had to reach out to people I follow from the Michigan area and Detroit. Oh, the fuck is a Michigan left, man? I was like, what?
I'm about to explain it to you. And I'm glad you said you really listening to this shit. Sean.
Oh, yeah. I'm not lying when I tell you.
I'm like, they just think I'm saying some shit. A Michigan left is when say we driving somewhere and we can't turn at this light and make it left.
Okay.
But we go and come around the loop and go the other way. Like if I'm going east, I can go back west. I would have to. It's not a U-turn. It's like they let you get over and turn around and go into the other lane. You know what I'm saying? It's a Michigan left. Like you can't turn left. They call it a Michigan left. You know what I'm saying? It's some Detroit shit. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can do like a long fucking loop because someone sent me a diagram. My buddy Otis, who does the What Up Doe podcast out of Detroit area as well. This
What
was
up, though?
he sent me a fucking diagram, and I was like, nope. I don't understand this.
What was it?
That shit looked like a paperclip, man. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So you gotta whip it counterclockwise like the Michigan left. Like if you grab you're gonna go counterclockwise. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And that's where I was. Like, I was sitting listening to it, and I was like I'm moving my hand. I'm like, okay, counterclockwise. Michigan. I was like, no, I don't understand. This ain't making no sense.
She whipping that shit counterclockwise.
Yeah.
It's like you know, if I'm standing over the stove watching her cook, I'm trying to teach her now, cook that shit counterclockwise, whip that shit. You know what I mean? I was trying to be funny on that. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to be.
Yeah, that one had me, man. Because I was like, we don't got Michigan lefts out in California. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm glad I got people that are seeking that. And that's what Danny used to say, man, you get to come in with intellectual lines, man, they love you too. So like, you know, to give somebody a line that they can go Google or learn or search, that's dope too.
That's what I'm saying. Fool sent me diagrams. they really try to educate me on this. Now,
too.
Now this album though, is it a concept album? Like, is it a story?
I'm you know what, I like to be real. I don't like to say shit that, you know, it ain't real. And that's one thing we take serious over here. When I made that fucking album, bro, I had the vision of Dope Game Stupid. I always, you know, that was my pitch, because I'm gonna be different and I'm gonna come with this. It seemed like I got more to talk about than being the same guy talking about the same bullshit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like wrote those songs. I wanted to be the illest MC talking about that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be ill talking about Dope Game Stupid. And honestly, man, Danny, dog, made that, put it together like that. It was other songs that didn't make it that was fucking crazy. But like, for you to ask that question, is it a concept album? Is it? At the end of the day, it is, because Dope Game Stupid, the way from track 1 to 13, you know what I'm saying? Thank God that I got her, because I've been through so much. 2, Dope Game, me trying to be a good person, the shit used me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't let Dope Game use, you know what I'm saying? You go to Freak Accident, you know what I'm saying? That's really portraying, I whip up something crazy that the fiends like, you know what I'm saying? You go off into even whip tests. That's like a transition from that to middleman. Tired of people middleman in it, going off into bottles of anejo where I'm tired of it. I'm an instrument where I compare music to dope, where I'm trying to leave it alone but still use music as a dope. To syndicate, you know what I mean? Where I'm explaining like, damn, I made it from where I made it from. Didn't have a lane, but I created one. Like, I'm amazed with what I did. You know, 12. White as Rain. I was just so tired at this point of hustling. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to get over on you, just fucking up the whole game. You know what I'm saying? To why it's all stupid and why it's all fucked up. Why I'm even in the situation took, because my mama was a dope fiend. We in this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you look at it, you like, damn, it is a concept album.
Yeah.
Dope Game Stupid. You know what I'm saying? You bring all them elements, and I didn't fucking know. I wrote fucking 30-some songs. This is him bringing this shit. This Danny Raffy bringing this shit out. And I really owe a lot to him, man. And, that's just me being 100, just this Bruiser shit. I'm always keep it 100, you know what I'm saying? And I never always give flowers when flowers due. And a lot of it, I owe a lot of it to Danny and Raffy. You know what I'm saying? JUS, BMO.
Yeah.
For real, man. It's me being 1,000, but that's how it is. And I just broke down the track list so you can kind of understand if it was a concept album or not to you. But I was trying to be left field too. Yeah. It was like he was saying, like, yeah, we got this shit too. We got bars. We just shit on you and say fuck you anyway with no hook. You might think like that because there's a few of them I'm just spitting with no hook.
Yeah.
You know, I understand that question.
Because what this album doesn't do, which I appreciate, is it doesn't come out with like 2 bangers off top and then fall off on the next 10. It's like I actually visualize a lot of this album. And I feel like this album is a circle because when you go from the last track, when you go from Mama Was a Dope Fiend to Thank God, like if you play this album on repeat, it's a rebirth.
Yeah.
You know, like, so it's like you go from like Thank God, and it's like if that's the first track you hear, it's a celebration, man, like we're gonna get it, it's on. And then like you said, that sort of arc where it feels like it's someone growing, like it's young, it's like you got action, you're a little more upbeat up front. In the middle, it's someone who sounds a little stressed out, a little like, man, people are doing me dirty out here, like I gotta watch my back a little bit. And then that more sort of seasoned senior person, when we get into our older age and start thinking about like, and not through regrets, but just through like, damn, I kind of saw some things or I experienced some stuff, you know, and we reflect on like our families and, you know, people we've lost and people we have.
Yeah.
What do we say in the end when we're still alive? Thank God, you know, like I'm here, like I'm still in it, you know what I mean? And so it's just like that concept, that piece. I'm like, if anything, find a director, man, make 13 episodes, a miniseries right here. You got it.
You know, all that shit is, Chaufie, is me really like, just like we doing right now. And that's kind of how Danny kind of put it. Made I'm kicking game. I got witty, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving you the probability of this shit. We might can't make it out this shit if you really think dope game stupid is smart. I mean, if you think dope game is smart, you think
Right.
you really making a good decision, you know, so it's just like, man, for him to put that like that was dope, you know. And it's like I'm just kicking it, man, and breaking it down to you what it really is. You know what I'm saying? We can kick right here and have a conversation. We can laugh, we can talk. I can tell you like, damn, that was a stupid shit, but we did it. Like you was like you say, remember that time we almost lost our life, but we still here. You know, it's a it's a celebration for me, for real, man. For me to wake up right now, man, and have a life about music and the dream, my faith has took me so far, man. You know. And I can scare some street cats and they think that this shit's sweet, man. You gotta have faith in yourself, man. You can't have faith in nothing negative, you know?
Yeah.
And that's a big part of this shit too, man. I'm just so blessed, man.
Yeah.
This whole situation, all this shit was natural. The way we did it is just all universal, even from the artwork to recording to them taking them songs and finding how to deliver. Everything that people say and everything that you told me and everything that you complimented me on, they said people was gonna do that.
Yeah.
While recording, you know what I'm saying? First 3 tracks, they're gonna thank you this, they're gonna say this, they're gonna say that. You're gonna do this. You're gonna fucking do Pitchfork Festival. You're gonna get fucking watched. You're gonna.
Because it's about putting shit out there. When they say like get it out in the universe, it's like, because if you keep it to yourself, I mean, yeah, you might be like, yeah, someday, but you don't want to be a someday person. You want to be a 2-day person. You want to be like,
right now person. That's kind of like praying to God too. When you put that good stuff out to the universe, because if you praying to God, you know what I'm saying, you building your faith. So you constantly praying to God that you be this certain person. You're gonna wake up doing whatever you got to do to be that person. People don't understand that. And when you say that stuff, that tongue, a powerful thing. You know what I'm saying? When you say it, you're gonna live it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, if you pray to God, you take one step, He's gonna take the other. It's the same thing. You praying into yourself. Yeah. You're praying to God, whatever your religion is.
Because it's like whatever you need to get it out there, to motivate you, to make those changes. And like I do like watching some interviews, hearing you talk about things, and like listening to some other podcasts along the way. Like I do have to compliment you on your vulnerability too. Like the last track, Mama Was a Dope Fiend, like that's, how hard was that to make? Because one, it sounds like there's a little bit of cracking in the voice. Like it was like hitting you hard. How did you make it through that? Like, hey, I gotta be honest about some things. I gotta share some things here.
When I was writing, and it was painful, but it was in the pen. I was just, you know, putting it together. But when I recorded it, you know what I'm saying, it was a certain way I said it. It was all real, you know what I'm saying? I'd be running away from performing that song, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I performed it one time in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? The way I performed it, I mean, the way I recorded it, it was so real. It wasn't so many takes, but it was a lot of emphasis on certain lines, you know what I'm saying? That's why you hear that cracking in the voice, because it was so real. I was thinking too for a long time. I was regretting, like, I shouldn't put this shit out here about my mama. I shouldn't say this shit. I got brothers, I got family members that know the truth too. So and I started thinking about this. It's my art. It's the way I feel. You know, it's a bunch of people. I'm like, again, I'm being different again. My father raised me. You know what I'm saying? Then everybody talking about their father was a dope fiend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then after I made this song and I see how it affect people, because I got a big respect for women and I love my mama regardless. And I wish I can go back and never ever thought about her and gave a fuck about that. And if she wanted to get high, get high. I just want to love you and be here. But that vulnerability, that is real. You can't, I don't give a fuck. Somebody auntie or somebody cousin was a dope fiend. You know what I mean? And my mother was, I went through that. And I was just looking at a story about Dwayne Wade fighting to get his kids and shit. And he was talking about how he grew up and his mama was a dope fiend. He seen his mama shoot up.
Yeah.
And look at his success in life and look how great of a father he is and different shit he deal with, with his kids and stuff. So,
and I think the genuineness in that is like, it's a powerful thing because like you said, whether it was like your aunt or your mom or just someone close to you that has a big impact in your life, when you lose them, it sticks with you for a long time. And sometimes you might think like, damn, this shit is like, it's embarrassing or my family don't want me to talk about it or whatever. But it's like when you get to connect with somebody else that can't tell the story, but when they listen to a track like this, that's like, nah, this guy really put his heart into this album and didn't front. Like, I don't think you're fronting at all. Like I was like, oh, this is the real deal right here. Like, and that is such a, like I said, it's a huge compliment to you to be able to just put it out, to just be like, listen to this.
Yeah, and we go back to me. Everybody want to be the realest street nigga, all of that.
Yeah.
Want to be the realest. Well, let me bring you the real on this shit because this is what I went through. You know what I'm saying? I remember other cats' mamas being there on first day of school. I remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? And all of that shit I said in that song, like for real, I used to be like, man, what your mama do? Like, my mama work at the zoo. Like that shit is for real. Like, I hear so much shit and learn so much shit, and all of it was true. And I'm like, they want to be real and shit. Well, this real to me. You know what I'm saying? And I can affect the world. There's so many kids going through it now. You know what I mean? I worked in schools. I see kids that's not prepared for school, don't have shit. Their clothes is fucked up. They need help. I know something going on, but I can relate to people and don't judge your mom and don't hold it against her. Just love her because she gave you life.
Yeah.
Is I look at it. I miss my mama. I love my mama to death. Man.
And with that too, it's like I take everything as like a learning experience as well. Like whether it's a positive or a negative, it's like what can you take away from it to improve yourself or improve the people around you? Like sometimes that's sharing a story. Sometimes that's just talking about like what made it hard for you. Because like on my end, I work at a school. And it's like, I'm seeing kids every day. And like how you said, I tell my staff, like, you don't know what these kids are going through. So when you're trying to take away that little bit of joy they get for recess, you're not realizing that little 7-year-old is waiting for mom and dad to come home at 10 p.m. You don't know that kid is just eating straight up saltines for dinner. When you're like, why don't the mom buy a jacket? Why don't you buy a jacket? Because they don't got the money to buy a jacket. Like, let me tell you like a quick story. And this one hit me hard. We go into COVID, we shut down the schools. This one teacher is busting this family's ass. You guys need to get a desk. You need to get to this. You need to get to that. And the dad called me up. And this is no like disrespect to moms, no disrespect to women at all. But when you hear a dad cry, that's a different level. And the dad called me up and he was like, I need to tell you something. He's like, I'm trying to do the best I can. He's like, my wife can't read. She doesn't know how to use a computer. She can't help my son. He's like, I go to work at Carl's Jr. and then I get out of work and then I go work at Taco Bell. He's like, I'm doing the best I can. I get home at 10 p.m. I wake up my son to help him with his work. Because the teacher was like, he turns in the work at 11 p.m. And so I told her, this man is doing the best he can. And then he started crying. He's like, I'm so sorry. I wish I had a better job. I wish I could do more. And I was like, no. The fact that you are doing what you can to make sure that your son has a roof, has food, has access, and you're calling me on your break to talk about this.
Right.
Say no more. I'm going to talk to this lady today because this can't happen. We don't know these kids' stories. We don't know what they're going through. And so to just judge them on like, this fucker doesn't do his work. I'm like, you know why he's not doing his work? Like, relax.
Yeah, man. It's like in the school systems, you gotta like, and that's what I was. I was the head of security, and I was a counselor. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is, I was that kid. I came in a single parent family. My mama wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? My father was a damn janitor. We didn't have shit. My aunties tried to help. You know what I mean? And, I had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Our struggle, and I remember our senior year playing football, trying to get me a scholarship and everything. And my father trying the hardest as he can, and our gas got cut off. So we taking showers in the winter. That's cold. That's cold. We boiling water. We trying to, and that particular struggle, when we go on to see other people, family support, and they got what they need, and to make them succeed. And it gave me a different strength, mental toughness, and all of that. But going to school every day and dealing with that, that's why I love that they implicated uniforms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people can't afford decent shoes. They don't understand what that do to kids and the learning process of it. They don't understand that certain situations. You have to compromise with kids and understand. It ain't up to them because we know what the real world is. We know how to set them up. But at the same time, we have to light the fire under their ass and give them whatever they need, to make it. It's up to us. I gotta go speak with my old football high school team.
Yeah.
One of their teammates got killed or something like that.
Damn.
Shout out to Henry Ford High School, Coach Juan. I'm going to speak to them, and I'm gonna wake them up because I was in that same field. You know what I'm saying? And when you hear them talks about people coming back, just like we talking about how we're gonna affect the youth and how you got to compromise and understand what they're going through, I gotta go speak to them the way they want to be spoke to. You know what I mean? I can't go in there and try to tell them what to do. And you gotta do. I'm going there real. You might not fucking go to college.
Yeah.
You might fucking have to work fast food. You might be fucked up. Some of y'all might fucking go to jail or kill some motherfucking body.
Yeah.
But the truth is about it, now that I got y'all attention, we can change that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I want to approach them. I don't want to approach them on some, years from now, what you're going to be doing. You got to set your life. No, because it's going to be trials and tribulations and decisions you got to make. You know what I'm saying? That's going to dictate your future. You know what I'm saying? Not to get off on all that, away from everything we talking, but that shit's so deep to me, the schools. It's something like the churches. You be talking about, how is it a homeless family or people hungry and eating, and we got churches making all this money. The same mentality we got to have is in the school system with helping people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That can't afford. Everybody can't pay for school. So if we the change in the culture, to get people and kids that want to go to school or even get trades or even be positive, we done did something. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what they're bringing and what they
straight up 100%, because it's like we have to, like, I tell my kids, my own kids and my kids at the school, I'm like, this is an investment. I'm in, like, just like you want to have your money make money for you, like I'm investing in these kids because I want them to build that better future for me, because when I'm super old and I'm in a wheelchair and I can't get around, like, I want someone to push me around and still keep me active and not just stick me in a fucking closet and be like, we'll see you once a month on Christmas or whatever, some bullshit. Like, no, like I want it to be a better environment. I want it to be a place where I can still live in it and still thrive. And it's like, there's, like you said, there's going to be adult shit. We know how hard it is out here. They don't, but we got to like give them that right investment and that right dialogue and that right path. And so it's just like, what you're saying is not wrong, but we need the right people to have that word, have that message. So with someone who has the ability to flip language, the ability to like hook people in just with your lyrics.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a powerful moment when you're talking to these high schoolers, because one, you got an album they can listen to. You're not some fucking cornball from like that's trying to be like, look at me, I'm cool dad rapping. And it's like, nah, man.
I'll be always scared, like, oh, I'm the guy that's going to get dope game stupid. Instead of them going out here, go get money, shake your money, kill motherfuckers, put your man on the pad,
Right.
You know, all that bullshit, right? You know, I could be the one to say dope game stupid and really have a philosophy behind it. Like I really.
But what's the next line after "Don't Game Stupid"? What do you say after that? But the boys still do it.
But the boys still do it.
You know what I mean? You know, and that goes.
I'm letting you understand that we're gonna make mistakes. I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. Yeah. I know it's tempting, and sometimes you might have to do what you have to do. But at the end of the day, man, it's stupid, man.
Yeah. We all recognize what it is, you know, but it's how you dialogue to the youth. It's how you connect with the young people to just be like, hey.
Like I said it before, like I had to infiltrate. I gotta talk this shit too. I'm gonna talk this shit in it. Now it's a rush when you getting money and it's all of that.
Yeah.
But when you go to jail and people die, you know what I'm saying? You're getting away from your kids affected by your family, affected. This shit, it's other shit. It's so much other shit you can do to really make some money.
Yes.
To really, you know what I mean? So it's a lame, man. It's so real.
Yeah.
Man. You know?
It's like I was saying earlier, like the Bulls. You want the short game, you want the long game. Long game, you get a lot more out of it.
I get to talk to Spicy, and they like, whoa, he talking bars. He said great. But then they like, damn, I understand what the fuck he's saying.
Right, man.
DOPE, do our people exist? You know what I'm saying? It's an acronym, dog. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? I ain't shitting on nobody that's having a way, you know what I mean? Or nothing like that, or anybody music or none of that shit. But if I'm gonna come out, if this is Bruiser Wolf, if I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna be different. And I ain't trying to be different, I'm just trying to be myself. I'm trying to connect, you know, and still be on that level with it. You know, I understand that some people is like we were just talking about, understanding kids and their situation. It's people out here with situations for real. You know, people don't really want to hustle. People don't really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they want the quick fix.
Yeah, that's all they accustomed to. And then it's about our upbringing too. Your behavior is like I said, mama was a dope fiend. Is a result. You know what I'm saying?
To dip back into that, because you mentioned your dad and being a janitor, which I already know he put in a lot of hours. That's a long job.
Oh, man.
Is he still with us?
Yes, he is.
And so, how is he proud of you? Is he like, man, my boy's out here doing it?
Yes, he is. He's very proud. That's why we did the documentary together. He's so shocked, man, because he always told me he the reason why I made Dope Game Stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the perfect example of it. You know, he grew up around YBI and shit. Butch Jones and shit. He could have easily went that route. You know what I mean? Family members, all kind of shit. And he raised me and my brother, and he was emphasizing on that. Now that fuck him up if we go to jail or get killed. Go to school, graduate, make it through. But he was still doing shit too to make ends meet, sad hustle and shit, and we know about it. You know what I'm saying? So we understood the struggle and the sacrifice, and he the example of it. He always say Dope Game Stupid. You know what I'm saying? He always raised us off the Bronx still. You know what I'm saying? I say the working man is a sucker. You know what I'm saying? The working man ain't a sucker. He always would say that. And, that's how he raised us. And, I was able to, that helped me with what I'm doing right now. It's a lot of jewels he dropped on me for me to even, say some shit like that, and that come from him for sure.
Yeah. And I want to keep it just a little bit longer in the family talk, and then we'll get back to the music. But I mean to say, you know what? Thank you for for just like talking with me. Just man, like
kicking man. That's what we do, Sean. Pack your ass up here for Thanksgiving too. Good, if you can, man.
No, I know you got kids, and I appreciate too that you're not fronting on that either. When you were like, this is my baby girl's grades, look, she's doing an awesome job, or you were like, this is my son getting his hair done. It's like having those two elements too, really show dad to dad, it's great when someone is like, these are mine, How is that balancing this life too, where you're making the music and then you're being dad time too? How do you find that balance?
Man, first of all, it's an honor to be a blessing to have kids, man. You know what I'm saying? To watch your kids grow, you get to learn more stuff about yourself. It's just a blessing, and I could never ever not be excited about talking about any growth or anything that they did, because that's why I'm out here. That's why I make the decisions I make. But I just balance it, man, because my kids love my music for one. They want me to win. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. My baby boy, he sing dog food. He loves Fat Ray. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he was out here. He was hitting dog food the other day.
He love it, man. He's starting to get off of the chess moves. My daughters study my performances and shit, count my bars.
Mm-hmm.
They tied in, and I just want to make them proud. So I keep them in the loop with everything, and it's really all about them. You know what I'm saying? And I just balance it that way, and they understand, and I thank God for the internet for this generation, so they understand that daddy gonna be working. You know what I'm saying? And understand why I'm away, because that's the effect. They supposed to get daddy time too, but if they understand the struggle and sacrifice and provide,
yeah,
it's a blessing for me too. So
yeah,
I just balance it off of taking care of my business, doing what I'm supposed to do, and giving them all the love.
Yeah. No, it's like I said, seeing someone who puts that on display, it's like, I think it's a good thing too, because like your lyrics, it shows balance. You're taking both ends of the person instead of just like it's just surface value stuff, so it shows your genuineness, your authenticity, and so it's just like, man, it's the best. Now
I want the world to love me, man. I want them to love me like they love Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Like Snoop is a family man. You know what I'm saying? He's been through it all. Cases.
Still out here coaching. Still
football, helping people. The coolest guy to be with. They just love him. You know what I'm saying?
He's the truest definition of an OG. Man. He's been through it, still here, still going.
I still look at him like the same age as when he came, and that motherfucker is 1, 2, 3, 4. I just look at Snoop like Snoop an icon to me, and I want to be looked in those eyes too. So I'm never going to be fake to the people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying? And that's real, because I didn't even think about it till he said it. When I see him, I do not look at him as he's gotten older. It's still the same. He's got that voice. He hasn't changed, and not in a bad way, like in a good way. Like, man, that's still Snoop from back in the 90s.
I can't wait to smoke with Snoop.
Yeah, because if you ever see him live too, I've only seen him live once, and was just like, damn, you got it. Like it's a different magic. It's a different step. It's something else, So it's just like that's a good comparison. That's a good person to strive to be, because he's got that longevity. He's touched different angles and things like that. Who are some other, like, coming up, I mean, even from like little young age to now, like, who are some of your like musical like inspirations or like tastes?
I would say, okay, we said Snoop, Pac, Biggie, the Fat Boys, Run DMC, Jay-Z. I love Jadakiss, Benny Siegel. But what really formed my music and what I love probably is like shit like Nas, Believe It or Not, Beastie Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Just people made an impact on shit. You know what I mean? They're my favorite. Y'all see JUS right here?
What's up,
oh,
man?
Hey, what's up, man?
It's JUS, what's up, though?
Hey, what's good, man? We got a special guest in the house right now.
You know what I mean?
It's the family, you know it. We know how we is.
Man, I should have poured a drink too. I'm fucking slipping over here, drinking water like a simp.
Got the questions coming. You might can't touch the bottle just yet.
Hey, yeah, I'm not trying to get sloppy on my end. Peace. And then
Zaza, man, tell him roll me a Zaza. All right.
But to kind of bring the conversation to a close, I do have one special request. If you can make this happen, please, you know what I want so badly is a Bruiser Wolf Fat Ray album. I want it, like, I'm talking called Wolf Rays. Like, the way that you two, when you have tracks together, it's magic, man. Like, I don't know if you see it, but like the way you complement each other and your styles are very different, but fit together like Lego pieces. Man, I'm just saying, give me a full length. Make that Fat Ray Bruiser Wolf album happen, please.
Hey, you know what? Me and Ray, we always talk about it. You know what I'm saying? That's like my brother. You know, he brought me into this shit. So you see the chemistry because I love him to death. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see it. And we already working on shit. You know what I'm saying? We got so much shit together. We'll make fucking 40, 50 songs. They can choose whatever they want. You know what I
mean? let Danny curate it.
Yeah, me and him is just, you know, it's just tight. So whatever we do, you know what I mean, we gonna make it happen. And when we make music, like we were just kicking it I was kicking him before I left to go to Pitchfork, and we had just came, bought some wings and shit. We just smoking and listening to beats from producers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And writing rhymes. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? And critique the shit out of each other and other rappers. You know.
Yeah, that's awesome because it's like because now you have a collaborative partner in a sense, or someone to sort of test you. Like, what can we do? You know, when you have that person you can balance with.
Yeah, he like, we the same age. He was born a day after me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit!
I really pay attention to him because Ray a legend. Like Danny used to say, I used to go watch Ray with Slum Village. I used to watch Ray. Ray was my favorite. Ray was, you know what I'm saying? Like Ray is a fucking legend and shit. And I
didn't know that because like for me, this is all in reverse. You gotta remember, I'm out here in the West learning about things out there.
The Fat Ray been on just is a fucking MC, a fucking monster, bro. Like everybody respect him. He's a rapper for sure. He one of the greats. Like I take everything serious. He say like we was doing our show and just before I started rapping, I was rapping on lyrics and shit. And I was chasing lyrics down and shit. Looked like I was fucking up and shit. I heard Ray say, "Yeah, well, I got my lyrics. I'm good." And Ray rocked that bitch. You know, we did a show together. We got paid for it. He motivated me so much to get my stage presence together because he's a dog MC. You know what I'm saying? God MC. He just always motivated me and challenged me. You know, we sharpen each other's steel, and he been here. You know what I'm saying? He been that guy. You know what I'm saying? He one of the greatest, dog, for real. But we got some type of relationship where, you know, he made me better, you know what I'm saying? And just one of them things, and he put me in the game, and we've been, our chemistry as far as making songs together, man, just look at it. Like you said, you hear it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we same shit you saying, we say it all the time. Same stuff you said, we say it together. We just was talking about this. We about to do this. So we just wind up working and doing what we do as a Bruiser. Everybody working, you know what I'm saying? Everybody come up here and touch this microphone, you know what I'm saying? And the working, that's what we doing. So you're gonna hear so much great shit from us, man. We got so many big
plans. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I can't I'm really looking forward to what continues to come out from Bruiser Brigade because like I said, I haven't been disappointed. There hasn't been anything where I'm like, I don't know. Like, no, everyone in its own right, in its own ways, just like it's what I need and it's always what I want out of music. Authenticity, something unique. Variety, like it's like you guys really bring it, you know. So just compliments to you and everybody.
You're hearing that family, bro. Like all families, you're gonna see it. All families have problems. All families argue and don't get along all the damn time, but they all love each other and want to see each other win.
Yeah.
And you see that shit with us. You know what I'm saying? That's what we all doing. Every project, we all own it. You know what I'm saying? And we love each other, dog. There's no bullshit. We about that life. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? And you see that shit in our music. You know what I'm saying? That's why everything we dropping and shit, it ain't just because we doing it, like it's because that's what it is. We all feel this shit. That's what y'all see. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all hearing and shit. And it's just a family thing. We really, capitalizing on how tight we is, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what comes through. It doesn't feel canned. It doesn't feel processed.
It's not fake. It's real as hell.
Yeah, it's grassroots. It's like the in-house, like, I mean, really, like, break it down to something I think about, where it's like you got in-house beats, you got in-house production, you got in-house artwork. Like, let's talk Loopers real quick. That dude's on a different level. Like, just
let me tell you
all
something
around.
let me tell you something about Loopers. Loopers is the youngest, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's been with Danny since day one from him, as far as him,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm coming in, I'm new. I'm like a rookie to this whole house, this whole family. You know what I'm saying? Guess who I learned the most from? One of the person is the Loopers. He taught me so much, bro. You know what I'm saying? And just from him being young and me being older and being able to tell him about certain shit, being young, and he's so talented, bro. He's an artist, He has a big heart. That's my brother, man. Like, I'm at the pitchfork. He getting my jacket and shit together. You want to go out there like this, Wolf? He like, don't take that damn towel out there. You don't want them to know you're sweating. Like, I'm like, this my little bro. I love him to death, and he do his thing. He's a real artist. You know what I'm saying? He's a real, and that's what y'all see. And he don't give a fuck about what nobody. This is his shit, and you can see that they tap into his world. I went to a show down there in Chicago. Everybody fucking jumping around, going crazy. I had to get away from the stage.
Yeah.
Shit. You know what I mean? Like, he a real one too. He don't want to deal with no fake bullshit. He wears heart on his sleeve. You know what I'm saying? And he bruiser to the death. And he, like I say, he taught me so much. His work ethic. You know what I'm saying? His art. His demand on him being different, give a fuck, everything about the family he taught me. He just really like walked me through shit. And I watched him. I also watched shit too about him being young, and he was learning a lot from everybody because he's the youngest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from a lot of people too, but I'm just saying that's who I pulled up on in the morning before I got to doing songs, and we smoke and we talk about our projects, we talked about our dreams, and we talked about doing Pitchfork together, and we did it. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of shit, man. And brightens I love our relationship. I love everything about what we're doing, man.
I've been lucky enough to meet him or like dap him up like twice, and just you feel the energy too. He moves different, He's like he's his own person, and then to kind of use one of your lines, he's an instrument. This dude raps with like 5 different voices, not just styles. Like,
don't leave.
Right. You listen to the album and you're like, is this a compilation? Because it's like 5 different dudes on here, but it's him. Just because he's using himself in different pitches, different tones, different.
You have to listen. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? Like, he letting you know. Let's look at what he did for the artwork and shit.
Yeah.
He brought out my artwork. It's a different meaning. It's the same meaning of what I was saying. It brought out a different life to it. You know what I'm saying? He an artist. Like, you better listen to this shit and pay attention. You know what I'm saying? How I'm putting this shit on this board right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, that's the unique part about this shit. We can all make trap music and see who be the toughest.
Yes.
We can do that. But who can be different? Who can draw them in with a different artistry, dog? And make it happen. That's what this Bruiser shit is. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what I was saying. Like, it's so grassroots, and all angles is taking place in this room where you are. Every element, every component.
When this interview over, we might do some shit dope. The Loopers here. We might do something. We work it because this is what our life is, man. And we dialed in, man. We down for it.
I'll see it down the road. You'll be like, hey, we made this song right after we finished the podcast. I'll be like, what the fuck?
Right to you.
Hey, I'm just saying, if there happens to be a track called Wolf Rays, don't forget, that was my idea.
Got it.
Well, Bruiser Wolf, man, I really appreciate you taking time today. Like, just sitting, cutting up with you. I know originally I was like, it's going to be a quick 30 minutes, just taking time. I know we've gone a lot longer, so just really want to respect your time on that. But this has been a really good conversation. I can't wait to meet you face to face. Give the pounds, give love, man. Like, you come out here, I got you. Or if I'm going out to Detroit, you better get a fucking get an ambulance for me, because I know you guys are gonna take me.
We're gonna have it there. You're gonna be right there. We're gonna have it laid out for you. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we'll do it. So before we sign off on this, you want to tell people where we can find you, where they can like locate your music. You want to give them the ins and outs about you.
Well, you go to our Bruiser Brigade channel on YouTube. You go to Bruiser Brigade on Bandcamp. You know what I'm saying? You can follow me on _Bruiser Wolf on Instagram. COA Big Wolf on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Even Bruiser Wolf on Facebook if you want to. Man, we everywhere. Just pull up that Bruiser Wolf name. You know, that Bruiser Brigade. Tap in with all the artists. We got some dog ass. Y'all know we got some dog ass projects out here. You know what I'm saying? So, support the movement, man. You know, you want real. This what real is for real. You know
buy the shirts. Buy the shirts.
The merchandise for sure. Hit me up with any size you want. You know what I'm saying? Inbox. You know what I'm saying?
I got my shirt. That's a good quality shirt. I've worn it many times.
Well, problems too, man. I got I got a couple orders that's been sent back. I don't know what's been going on, but I got a whole bunch of new shit, sweatshirts, a lot of stuff, hats going on.
Oh shit!
Y'all be looking out for that.
You know, I'm buying
camo, some Bruiser with camo.
I sort the artists I love, I support, man. Like my closet right now consists of a lot of rap fans from DJ Trackstar out on the Run the Jewels. It's like people who are good, people who are genuine, people who are the real deal, man. I will buy your shit. So you keep making it, I keep buying it.
What's up, my dog, man? You already know I got you, man.
All right, man. Well, thank you everyone for listening tonight, man. This has been a good conversation. We out of here. Peace.
What did you say? What did you say, Grandma? 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 Mama. Mama.
What?
What did you say, Grandma? What did you say?
Grandma's not here.
Grandma's not here. She's not here.